Yo, what's up? Hey, Upwalk. Yeah. How's everybody? Yeah, I want to get the new Forgotten unit. That's about the only reason I'm going to be grinding the Endless. And the exclusive unit, it's nothing special. Let's just say LeBronny is not impressive, and I wish it ceased to exist. It really disturbs me. In fact, when I first saw it, I vomited. Out of joy. It was quite the surprise to see a unit like that pop out. Quite the surprise. Could have lived without that one, to be real. I see that. I need to get me some more Corrupteds, and then also the Agony, and then I'm going to evolve this guy. Because I don't have a True Stun at the moment. I'm probably going to trade up for a Shiny Kronos at some point. Problem is, his value's a little whack right now. Yeah, I really want to get, a Shiny Chikazilla. So... I'm just going to quickly get overclocked on him and then roll his stats, and then I'm going to go up into a game. And he's more or less just going to not exist until I can evolve him, and then it'll be good. Okay, Kaijuno. Hello, Phoenix. Welcome to the stream. Well, you'll get one eventually. Come on. Team's a little interesting. You know what? Do I got luck? I don't got luck. What? What? Welcome to the stream, bro. You are keeping this PG, bro. Oh my god. You tell him, Kaijuno. You tell him. Bro, at least spell it right. That's correct, Kaijuno. Do y'all think I'm even gonna pull overclocked? Probably not, right? And if I open my presents, do you think I'd get an Orville? Probably not, right? I don't know, I got an Astral from Paradoxes the other day. That was neat. That's for sure. Why is it that these videos still do, like these streams and videos do so well, yet whenever I want to play DBD on stream, I get a viewer? My community disappoints me. Well, you be off now, Kaijuno. Find yourself in a new land. Clearly. Trading Plaza says that Shadow is still a good enchant. What on earth do you mean? I mean, it's not bad. It's just not usable. You know? Ay, ay, ay. Well, make it simple. Don't worry about trading. Just use whatever units you can get. And if anyone gives you any free exclusives, take them on the spot and use them. And that's about it. This game is not really good to new players. There are free-to-play options, but they're always situational and current, so you'd have to grind that bit and have the stuff to do so at the time. In this case, I'd recommend working on trying to get a Dino Pals and eventually a Triceratops Chica, and you'd be set for a while. And if you can manage to get a shiny hand unit, eventually, then you'll be set. It would be, I don't know, a week after you start before you could get that, and then you'll be good. Game ain't good for new people, though. It's really not. Whenever I first started, I joined when the Halloween event was going. It's like, it is not good to new players. I have never seen this game be good to new players. Anthony, I don't think you live in reality. Yeah, I don't think you live in reality at all. I genuinely don't believe you do. There is no way this game is good for new people. And that's from my experience as someone who was one point was a new player. Like, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. I do not. Nor would I really want to. I don't really buy OG units, so. You know what? Screw that. Still need all that. It's gonna be a pain to get. Or was I? Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I'll get lucky. Hello, welcome to the chat. Yeah, I feel like the one thing that this game isn't is good for new players. It's just not. And I don't know where you're getting your ideas of it being that way. But, like, I can happily say it ain't. Oh, happily wasn't really the word I'd want to use. You know. Fascinates me. Imagine not being able to join. You know what I really need to get? Shiny Paleontologist. As I said to the other guy, John, it's purely situational and dependent on the update. If you would have asked me at the Halloween update, I'd say Grim Foxy. That was the best starter that you could get. Okay. You know, Tarnished Spring Bonnie isn't exactly acquirable by more common means, and if you were to go based off of this update, I'd say Dino Pals and try to get Triceratops Chica, and a Liberty Chica, or end up getting a Shiny Hand unit, you'd be set. It might take a while, but like I said, you'd be set. And I guess at that point, if you can, your first Apex is either going to end up being something common or you could end up getting Chica Saurus for a new player at least. Yeah, they change every couple weeks. It's not bad that they change every couple weeks. I just don't like that it's making people change how they play the game. Or the meta shifts so commonly, or, you know, having to actually acquire whole new units because of that. It's kind of just wasting everybody's money. You know what? That might be what they want. I think that the more they do it, the more money, or the more souls that they waste into the economy, which ends up balancing the economy over time. However, that's a very big if. That's a pretty big if. Big if. For just joined, I'd say you're going to be stuck with a common banner unit. Maybe a Michael. If you can get a Michael Afton off of someone, then you'd be set with that. But Dino Pals, arguably just Dino Pals. It's a pretty well, you know, mid-balanced unit. It's not that bad. It works for what it does. So I give it that benefit. There's also this. I guess Molten Foxy wouldn't be bad. You could also go based off of some of the present units. So I say going based off of presents, Ned Bear, Pig Patch, Ned Bear, and I don't know. If you can get an Orville. I actually have 10. You can only max out at 5 per account, so you can only get 5 of the Apex on each account. So I'm going to have 10 rolls for Shiny Orville, or Shiny Hippo. Yeah, it's a Fredbear. Oh. Yeah, I have a unenchanted one and an enchanted one. Someone just gave them to me at some point, so I have them. Dementia? No, I'm just gonna hold on to it. I won't specifically seek out OG units, but I hold on to them if I have them. Mostly because of value. Who knows? Maybe it'll sell for 50k souls and never, but you know. Actually, I need 100k or 50 corrupteds and 75 agony. Sorry, 65 agony. If you can give me 65 agony and 42 corrupteds, I will give you the Fredbear. Bro, just get in my private server. I'm in my private server. I'm not leaving my private server. Bro, there ain't no way you got that stuff, okay? No, I will not. Fine, join your private server. Ay, ay, ay. Nah. I don't think that's something anybody wants. Hey, you got an Orville. That's 11 Orvilles. My Queen Fredbear. Brother. No, John, we don't. Thanks for the 4.2k souls. Which team? I had rated 8 out of 10. Especially if the TSB is wrenched. 8 out of 10. Sorry to break it to y'all, that Orville is going on to another one of my accounts. Going for 20. Nope, we do not get a deal. That is not something I want. That is not something anybody wants. Where's my 64 Agony and 42 Corrupteds? Hand them over. Trust me, it's not something I want. Oh my god. You know, you're probably right. I could just buy some Corrupteds. I'm not taking those. I'm just gonna buy Corrupteds. How many would I get with 400k? It's 400k divided by, what, 15? They're 15k, right? I can get 26 Corrupteds this way. How much Agony would I get, though? I could get the Agony I need. I mean, it's not unusable. For some uses, it is pretty good. I think the Agony's gonna be a lot more hard to get than the Corrupteds. So I'll go ahead and just get as much of it as I need, and then I'll be done. I only need 64. Okay, so I just need... Shiny Michael. I just don't have a true stun at the moment, so... Well, yeah. It is a poor man's unit, but I still need it, so... now I'm gonna actually have to farm more death coins anyways. God. Ay, ay, ay. And I'm still refusing to actually put anything on Paper Pals. I think it's actually dropping in value now, though, isn't it? I'd assume as much. Yeah, it's only 900k now. I mean, because I'm not on my private server right now. So, yeah, you can't. No, we still don't have a deal. I don't care about seeing anyone in a dress. Would you not? No, it's really not. I mean, it's a neat looking unit. It's kind of disturbing in my eyes, but it's not exactly good, no. I think its DPS is interesting. I don't remember what its ability is. Let me make sure. Let me just double check here. But yeah, I might have to put it in one of the most iffy spots. It's a chain type damage, so it, you know, whenever it damages, it goes to the next unit or the next enemy. The Shiny Vengeance one is only doing 40k DPS, and it does one nuke. So this unit deals 23 times equal to its damage as a nuke with a cooldown of 23 seconds. So it's just this. It's not good. No. Plus, it costs too much to actually be usable. It's just, ay, ay, ay. I really could just automate this. I normally have a glitch stat by now. Alright. Screw this. Screw that. I need to remember what the placement price is. I think you start off with like 600 or 6,000, I mean. I may be wrong. Who knows? Oh, perfect. That's a big need. Right, where are they spawning from first? Alright. I mean, I held a giveaway just the other week. Oh my god, I forgot El Chip. I entirely forgot that I unequipped him. Oh my god. Oh, how did I forget him? It's kind of a big need. Alright. I need a stun. I guess he's a stun. Unequip him. Bring in Chip. Alright. What's this task? Complete night 5 on nightmare mode or 3 or above 3 times in event game 2. I could do that, but I'm not gonna. Hello, Vincent. Welcome to the stream. Alright. I really hope y'all didn't think I was bringing any of you with me. When I do streams like this, I normally do them on my own because it's easier. Instead of having to deal with the complications of telling people what to do. I might have some events or more, you know, games with people later, but at the moment, that's a no. No, I don't know why they only give you one modifier. Hello. No, I did not forget. Trust me, I didn't forget. All right, there we go. Not quite sure why it only gives you only one modifier still. I don't get it. Okay, so I have that. Don't have that. Would be good to have that, though. I don't have Toxic, and I don't have Chikazilla. Or, yeah. I guess I just really need to get Chikazilla. And if I get Chikazilla, then I might as well get a shiny paleontologist at some point. Oh my. You know what, does this give you more reward when you're with more people? I didn't think so. I really didn't. I mean, I'd say it's fun-ish. It really does have its moments where it can be fun. I think more recently it's been a lot more fun. But, you know, beyond that. Toxic's at 500k. So I want to get a shiny Chikazilla. That's 2.5 mil. Let's see where I sit in value right now. Does it have a value for Springlock? No, okay. So, that guy. And then values changed a good bit. Okay, I could trade for a shiny Chikazilla. I have the assets to trade for a shiny Chikazilla and a normal Toxic with Vengeance. Or just Toxic. Yeah. But I'd have to get some extra overpay with that, and that's kind of iffy. Where is he said? He doesn't really have a value. Neither does that. Or that. I mean, hey, at that point, then I can always try to get shiny Apollo's Sun. Or I could just lower it to this kind of offer. And that's 700k overpay. Okay. Well, that's fun. Too bad it's not really a good unit. You know what, y'all? I'm about to be fully monetized. Alrighty, y'all. I'll be right back. See y'all in, like, 2 minutes. Alrighty, y'all, I am back. And last I checked, yes, I do remember, but you also got your reward the same day. I remember because it's in my trade history, and I posted it in the trade results. So, I'm aware of everything everyone got, and if they didn't claim it by now, then it's already gone. Sort of how it goes. I think it was, if you failed to claim it after 48 hours, it was mine. Or I could give it away if I really wanted it to. I just kept it. Most of it got sold off for more souls and add-ons. So, it works. I'm surprised I've lived this long. Kill me. You know, it said that it was an Arctic researcher spring bonnie, but you know, it really didn't look like anything more than a skeleton. I don't know who they think they fool in. It's a fossilized puppet. It's in the summons and in the presence, and I'm really wanting to get one shiny. Mostly just to have it for value, but it's also actually a really decent unit. Fossilized puppet. So what it does as shiny with Vengeance is 70k DPS, so it does 281,000 damage every 4 seconds. Now that may not sound good until you keep in mind that it spawns every 3, or it spawns in 3 single target turrets, up to 6 in total, that deal 1k to 2k damage every 0.25 seconds. And it boosts all damage and range by 50%. Or boost range by 50% and 87% if it's shiny. So pretty much if you pair that with a main damage unit, so in this case it'd be coffee. If you pair that with a shiny coffee, then you're pretty much set. Not to mention you almost have like a few little mini OMCs almost. It's a pretty good unit. It's good to keep in mind that Forgottens are supposed to be technically better than Apexes in most cases. It's just too bad we've never actually gotten a starter Apex. I would love to have a starter Apex, but they just have not made one. Yes, hello Phoenix again. You should be. Like, that ain't a spring bonnie. Look at that. It got no ears. That's just a skeleton. It does appear that 214 is going to be the highest wave I get to. I'm pretty sure the next boss will kill me. But solo ain't too bad. That ain't half bad. Going solo. I think if I had a true stun, it would be a lot better, though. Problem is that the only thing it could replace is Planet Buster, and Planet Buster's kind of important with what he does. Having how much DPS he has, and then not to mention his passive, sort of what I need him for. I'd have to find some way to replace mixes and still have slow, so I'd need a slow starter. Team building sucks. Mixes is kind of required for the poison too, though. I think if I had Toxic Spring Bonnie, I might be a bit better. Of course, I don't have him. There's probably a reason why it's so good to have it for this. So, like, the Troglodyte Endless thing. Chickazilla is the primary one to be boosted by Queen of Hearts, of course. And then Toxic Springtrap, Queen of Hearts. Moon is the starter here, so he's a stun. There's no true stun. And then the Mixus is also poison, so you have Poison Slow, Poison, Wither, and also the shiny L-chip, so a boost. Which isn't a half bad build, let's be real. It's not half bad. Oh, I'm still making it. Quite surprised I haven't been killed yet. I might make it to 1 billion coin. Getting that cooldown boost really helps, though, I think. I don't think so. I mean, it's certainly not good. If you can evolve it, I guess. Spectral Chica is a starter. No, it's not even good for that, no. It's just not a good unit. I hate to break it to you. Trying to find ways to call it good is not. It's just not. Oopsies have done a lot. He's done a lot. A lot. PD's only doing that much. I do think Moon would be better, though, just because of how much faster he is. The nuke stun's interesting, but it's not as good as full AoE stun you get with Moon. Plus Moon's 2 placements. Why is it going backwards? You see that, right? Yeah, I think this is going to be game over. Probably. Nope, okay. I guess I got it down to the last 20% and insta-killed it. I'm quite surprised I'm still alive. I'll be real. I don't know, if I don't really need Michael, then, or Michael's demise, then I could just do... I could just farm... I want to say I would like to farm the Endless. I mean, at this point, I should have restarted. I should have restarted at wave 200. I want to get all the coins I need to actually evolve a... Oh, but if I actually just do that... How much is the main unit? So if I did this, it's 1.8 mil compared to the shiny evolution, which is 2.5 mil. While it might take longer, if I did that, I could just evolve it. And then I'd only have to trade... Oh yeah, this is where I'm dying. Yep. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. In that case, I do need some corrupteds, though. Plus 300,000 bones, 50 rubies, which I have 30 of. 125 agony, Cheekosaurus, 10,000. So it's actually not too bad. I could pull that off. I don't have it yet. I want to try to get a shiny one. I guess if I did that, I could manage to get rid of Overseer, or Overlord, or Planet Buster. My bad. Plus, I need it for boss raids. I also need to get... Oh, wait. Out? I am out. Okay. This could take a little bit of finessing. Oh no, I'll be able to have all the rubies I need though. That's fine. From doing the event. And if I just do that again, then I'm set. I'll have all the rubies I need. Okay, so I don't have to worry about buying rubies at least. I'm gonna have to figure out. And I already have almost all the agony. Interesting. Interesting. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream though, and I will see y'all. And I'll see y'all later.